CP Algebra. We're going to continue with page 123. I don't think I was able to get all the way through. I want to make sure I show you guys the pattern graphing I was showing class. First thing is you realize x equals negative b over 2a. That finds just the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry finds the x portion of the vertex, and then you plug that in to get the y portion. As long as your equation is set up like this, where it's not factored out, this is going to work for it really nicely. So let's, I know you might have written some stuff down. So let's go through this. So I have a equals 1, because there's a 1 there. B equals 6. C equals 4. And we know that x equals negative b over 2a. So that's negative 6 over 2 times 1, which gives us negative 3. All right, and then again, because we know this 3, we know that the x part's 3. If you plug that in, you get 9 minus 18 plus 4. 9 minus 18 is negative 9. 9 minus 4 is negative 5. So then we get negative 3, negative 5, which is down here. All right, so let's not worry too much. Well, the y-intercept is always going to be 0, comma c when our equation is not factored. So our c value is 4, so 0, comma 4. We're not even going to put that on there. We're not going to worry about the x-intercepts. So let's think about the pattern graph I was talking about. We're going to use the equation a times 1 slash 3 slash 5. Okay, so whatever our a value is, we'll multiply by each of these. Our a value in this case happens to be 1, so we're going to graph as 1, 3, 5. From my vertex, I'm going to go right 1, up 1, left 1, up 1. And notice that gives us the 2 more points that are the same. And then I'm going to go one more. I'm going to go right 1 from our purple dot, up 3, because that's our next number. Right 1, up 3, and left 1, up 3. And there's our parabola. We can identify more of those points where, like, well, I got negative 1, negative 1, I got negative 5, negative 1. And this one, again, doesn't cross the x-axis, or it crosses the x-axis, but we don't see it as an actual point. We just see that it crosses. That would have meant that wouldn't have factored out. So let's try this next one. So I have a equals 2, b equals negative 8, c equals 2. So x equals negative b, so negative negative 8 over 2a, 2 times 2. Negative negative is positive, that becomes 8 over 4. So x equals negative, or positive 2. So I know my vertex, the x part is this. Plug it in. So I get 2. 3 squared is 9 minus 16. 8, negative 8 times 2 plus 2. So that's going to give me 18 minus 16 plus 2. 18 minus 16 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 comma 4. Do that right? I feel like I made a mistake. Oh, you know what? I didn't do that right. I'm going to plug 2 in. So 2 squared is 4. That's going to give me 8, right? Because if I plug the 2 in, 2 squared is 4 times 2 is 8, minus 16 plus 2. 8 minus 8 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6. So that should have been a negative 6. So 2 negative 6 is down here. If we do our pattern graph now, it's a times 1, 3, 5. When look at my a value is 2, so I'm going to make this 2, 6, 10. I'm just going to multiply everything. So I'm going to go right 1, up 2, left 1, up 2. So I have my vertex at negative 2, negative 6, and then I have those other points at negative 4. Boy, I'm struggling, I think. That's a positive 2, so that's at 3, -4, and 1, -4. And then if I get my one more pattern from my purple dots, I'm going to go right 1 up 6. So right 1 up 6, 4, 5, 6. Left 1 up 6. So there's our parabola. So I get 0, 0. And I also get not 0, 0, 0, 2, and 4, 2. I happen to know the y-intercept. This is the y-intercept here because there's a 0 in the x. So y-intercept's at 0, 2. The x-intercepts, it still crosses, but we can't see it, so they are just called irrational. Okay, we could have put that up above it as well. It means they exist, it's just we can't see them clearly. All right, page 124. Let's do the same thing. So my A is 1, my B is 4, my C is -5. So I'm going to go x equals -b over 2a, so -4 over 2 times 1, which comes out to just -2, so x equals -2 is my axis of symmetry. My vertex is going to be, this is my x part of it, so I have -2. I need to plug it in. So I'm going to get -2 squared, which is 4. 4 times -2 is -8 minus 5. 4 minus 8 is -4. -4 minus 5 is -9. So -2, -9 down here. And then, so I know -2, -9. And let's go ahead and pattern graph. So it's going to be a times 135. Our a value is 1, so we just stick with 135. So from my green dot, I'm going to go right 1, up 1, left 1, up 1. So that would give us points at -1 and -3. We went up, so it's 1, and so it's -8, -8. And then we're going to go up 3. So right 1 up 3, left 1 up 3. So that's going to give me 0, -5, and that's also going to give me -4, -5. And if we go one more out, let's use this 5. We haven't used it, but we're small enough, so watch this. Ready? Right 1 up 5, left 1 up 5. And so that's at -5, 0, and that's at 1, 0. So notice my y-intercept is 0, -5, but then my x-intercepts, notice the dots are right on the line. So I'm at -5, 0, and at 1, 0. Okay, so this particular equation could have been factored. Okay, I'm not going to worry about factoring it right now, but it could have been factored because it crosses the x-axis. We see it as dots on the x-axis. All right, so this one, my a value is -2, my b value is -4, my c value is equal to 6, so x equals -b, -b over 2a. So that's going to give me 4 over -4, which is -1. So my axis of symmetry is x equals -1. We know part of my vertex is going to be -1 comma something. Take -1, plug it in. -1 squared is 1. -2 times 1 is -2. -4 times -1 is +4 plus 6. So -2 plus 4 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. So I get -1, 8. Now our pattern graphing is going to be A times 135. Notice my A value is -2, right? So this is going to become -2, -6, -10. So I'm going to go right 1 down 2, left 1 down 2. That's going to give me a point at 0, 0, 6, and at -2, 6. My next pattern graph, I'm going to use 6, so I'm going to go right 1 down 6, left 1 down 6. So that's going to give me 1, 0, or 1, 0 here, and -3, 0 here. So the y-intercept, we see the y-intercept right there. Y-intercept's at 0, 6. Remember that 0, c, so it's always going to be that value. The x-intercepts we happen to know is -3, 0, and 1, 0. Okay, again, this one would have been factored, could have been factored, but I want to give a large amount of time to work on this worksheet and get it all finished. So I will probably work out problems 1, 2, and 3 during class on the board, but let's make sure that page 125 and 126, I think I assigned you 1, 2, and 3 in the video. I didn't assign it in class, and I'm sorry about that. But let's make sure we have 125, 126 done, and again, we'll do 1, 2, and 3 in class so you can follow along with that. Okay, have a nice day.